What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be going over a quick snack for the hips. A lot of times we don't have a proper amount of time to go through a full Kinstretch class, so we just need to break up some really specific mobility for certain parts of our body. Today we're going to focus on our hip, all right? Should be about 20 to 30 minutes worth of work. Let's get right into it with some hip external. Starting with hip external rotation, let's get it down into 90-90 position with our left leg in front. From here, what I want you guys to do is we're going to square our chest up to the front leg, keep that chest up nice and tall, and we're going to sink down into the front hip, really trying to feel a big stretch in our glute for that left side. Keeping that chest up nice and tall, take the tailbone, point it back behind you. Try to take this knee here as if there's a string attached to it, and I'm pulling it out of your hip. Try to bow that stretch a little bit deeper, and let's sink down into this position. From here, we really want to warm our external rotation tissue up. So we're just going to get a nice, long, easy Pales effort to get that tissue warmed up, and then we're going to try to get a little bit deeper into that stretch. So what I want you to do, take your left foot here, press it down into the ground, feel that left glute area tissue start to turn on. Just about 10 to 15% effort, waking this tissue up, telling our nervous system that we're okay to be in this position. Really feeling that. These longer effort, low effort Pales rails, it's really tough to do. It's going to tax our nervous system, but it's going to allow us to get deeper into that stretch. Let's keep holding for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Stay right where you are. Just feel yourself get deeper into that stretch. Point that tailbone back behind you a little bit more. Shoot the glute to the left side just a little bit more. Keep that chest up, really feel this stretch. From here, what I want you guys to do is let's grab something to get our left foot up just a little bit higher. And again, if you are here and you're feeling a big, huge stretch in that left hip, there's no need to progress it anymore, okay? But for people that are maybe way down here in this position, can't really seem to get a big stretch in here, what we can do is we can grab a yoga block or anything like that, a book, and we can just prop our foot up just a little bit higher and bias ourselves deeper into this external rotation. From here, you should feel a really big stretch, sinking down into it. Same principles apply here, okay? My chest is up nice and tall. My tailbone is pointed back behind me, and I'm gonna sink into this front hip. As soon as I lose that tailbone or my chest, that's as far as I'm gonna sink down to the stretch. So you can tell for me from here, I'm still pretty upright in my position, but I feel a big, deep stretch in this left hip. If this still isn't enough for you and you're able to put that foot up nice and high, try pigeon pose, anything like that where we're really just dictating some external rotation for our left femur. Let's get a couple breaths in this position. Big inhale in, big exhale out. From here, let's start our Pales effort. Pressing left foot down into the ground. Again, trying to take your femur, rotate it ever so slightly in that hip capsule. Holding here, 30%. Try to jam your foot into the block, 40%. 50, 60, 70, 80, and as hard as you can, drive that left foot down and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, left knee stays down onto the ground. Try to pick your left foot up and hold that there. hard as you can. Feel that regressive inside of the hip work. Again, trying to rotate the femur this way, deeper into external rotation, trying to pick my foot up. We've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Sink a little bit deeper into that stretch. One more round here. 50% pails, pressing left foot down. 75, 80, 90, hard as you can, go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. If I try to slide this block out from underneath me, it doesn't move. 4, 3, 2, left knee drives down to the ground. Pick that left foot up. Hold that there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Awesome. From here, if you have your foot propped up, that's great. We're going to do some end range liftoffs. If you're on the ground, you may want to prop yourself up just a little bit higher, just to make this a little bit tougher, as we're going to take our chest, and I want you to sit it up nice and tall in this position here, okay? So we're taking ourselves out of our end range just a little bit to be able to get this foot up off the ground, all right? So from here, what I'm gonna do, in order for me to really get this rotation and get some eccentric motion in here, I'm gonna walk my feet backwards. I'm gonna drive my left knee down into the ground, and I'm gonna try to actively pull my femur in external rotation and pick my foot up, okay? So depending on where you're at, so I'm gonna need to take a little bit of range of motion out of this position, because this is a really tough position to work here. I'm straight up and down, nice and tall. I'm gonna take my right hand, press it onto my left knee, and I'm gonna try to lift my foot up, and you can see all I want you to do is just get 1 or 2 inches up off the ground, really feel that regressive tissue, okay? So if I was here and I really wanna just exaggerate this motion, I'm lifting up and I'm setting down, lifting up and setting down, but we wanna work that last 5 to 10 degrees. So we're gonna be up nice and tall. I'm gonna create total body tension, drive my right hand into my left knee, lift that foot up, 3, 2, 1, and set it down. We got 4 more reps here. Lift and hold. 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold. 3, 2, 1. 2 more. Lift and hold. 3, 2, 1. Last 2. Lift and hold. 3, 2, 1. Last one, lift and hold. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Awesome. While we're here, all I want you to do, take your left foot, put it flush up against your right leg. We're gonna rotate back, and we're gonna find some internal rotation on this right side. So I'll flip to the side here just so you can see my pelvis position. Again, these positions here, crucial to make sure we're working the proper tissue, okay? So what I don't want to happen is my hip is way up here, even though my chest is rotated, we're not working internal rotation unless this pelvis is rocked back, okay? So I'm gonna stiff arm my hands back behind me. I'm gonna take my pelvis, I'm gonna tuck it underneath, drop this hip back. From this position here, I'm gonna get my pails rails. We're gonna start just like external rotation, nice easy pails effort first, just to get that hip to rock back a little bit. Pails, I'm gonna take my right foot, drive it down into the ground, trying to take my femur and rotate it back, getting that external rotation. Nice and easy to start. 20% effort, let's hold there. Again, just getting this line of tension warmed up, feeling that tissue turn on, breathing while we're here. Twenty more seconds. Feel that contraction get a little bit more intuitive the more you do it. Got another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay right where you are. Relax the contraction. Feel that hip rock backwards just 1 or 2 inches. From here, tuck underneath. Take your femur, try to shove it up into that pelvis, holding right here. From this position, we've got 2 rounds of Pale's rails. Keep that pelvis tucked under. For Pale's, right foot starts to press down. Main thing I'm thinking about is my femur trying to rotate externally in the pelvis position here. Don't let that ASIS hike up. 30%. 40. 50. 60%. 70. 80. Hard as you can, drive that right foot down, hold it right there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, right knee drives down into the floor. Don't let that pelvis hike up. Keep it locked back. Try and take your femur, rotate it down. Trying to pick my right foot up hard as you can. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Sit that hip back a little bit more. Let's get a breath. Right foot presses down, Pales. The more intuitive we get with these, the more you can actually feel that femur rotating deep in its capsule. So continue working these as much as you can. The more brain-body connection you have with this tissue, deeper in that capsule, the better these are going to become. And that takes time, repetition, lots of efforts here. 75%. 80, 90, hard as you can, drive that right foot down, hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, right knee drives down, rotate that femur, keep that right hip rocked back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Awesome. From here, let's challenge the hip a bit. Scoot the left foot out. Square the chest to the left knee. From here, what I want you to do is you're gonna find your proper range of motion for the lift offs, okay? So if I'm here and I'm getting that foot way up and setting it down, that means I'm too far out of my end range of motion. So I'm gonna take my chest, and the more you rotate your chest right, the harder this is gonna be, the deeper we're getting to our end range of internal rotation, okay? So I'm gonna be about here, and like we did with the external rotation, I want that end range liftoff to be about 1 or 2 inches above the ground, okay? 5 reps here, 3-second hold, find the position that works for you. Let's work into them. 3, 2, 1, lift and hold. 3, 2, 1. If that was too easy, rotate right a little bit more. Lift and hold. 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold. 3, 2, 1. 3 more. Lift and hold. 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold. 3, 2, 1. 2 more. Lift and hold. 3, 2, 1. Keep that pelvis still. Last one, best one here. Lift and hold. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Awesome, guys. Let's get the same thing on the opposite side. All right hip is nice and warmed up. Let's find external rotation for it now. Again, let's start in our 90-90 position just like we did on the opposite side. Couple cues. Chest up nice and tall. Tailbone. Anterior pelvic tilt. Point that tailbone back behind you. Sink forward into that stretch. Feel that right glute turn on. I'm going to take a piece of string on my right knee. I'm going to pull it this way, and my knee's going to go with it. I'm going to put a string on my tailbone as well. Pull that, trying to bow the stretch as much as we can. Sink down into that stretch. Nice, easy Pales effort. Right foot down into the ground. Feel that right glute tissue start to turn on. 30 seconds, we're going to hold this here, just wake the tissue up. Breathing into it. Keeping that position there. Continue holding. As you are waking this tissue up, you should feel yourself get down to that stretch just a little bit more. You start getting intuitive with how this position feels, how the femur feels deep in that capsule. This is going to help us find our deepest stretch. Got another 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Sink down into it just a little bit more. Let's find our yoga block, whatever you have to get yourself deeper into that stretch, and find this position. So for me, my right hip a lot tighter in this external rotation. So I feel this stretch a lot more in my right side. And you can see my knee wants to come up here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get rid of this yoga block, and I'm not even gonna use the progression. And I'm just gonna keep my chest up and really try to sink down into that stretch. So again, you guys do what works best for you. I know some people in this group that are gonna have their foots way up here on 4 or 5 yoga blocks, and they're gonna sink down into it. Some people are gonna be like me, and the foot's gonna be on the ground, and we're stretching from here, right? So find whatever works for you. End range of motion is what you have, not what I have, not what the next person has, okay? Well, let's start with our Pales effort. 50% down into the ground. While I'm here, I'm making sure my chest is up, tailbone's pointed back behind me. 75%. 80, 90%. And then my greatest, safest effort, I'm pressing that right foot down to the ground, holding that there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, feel that right glute working. 4, 3, 2, right knee stays on the ground. Try to pick that right foot up, hold that there. 10, rails effort. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax, sink deeper down into that stretch. One more round here, right into them. Ramping right up to 75%, into 80, 90, greatest, safest effort, holding that. 10, 9, 8, fight for it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, right knee stays on the ground. Pick that left foot up, torque in that hip. Feel the inside working. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Awesome. From here, chest comes up just a little bit taller, end range liftoffs for our external rotation. So I'm keeping 90-degree bend. I'm going to take my left hand, create total body tension by pressing that left hand into the right knee. And I'm going to try to pick my right foot up off the ground, getting that little bit of torque, 5 to 10 degrees rotation in that right leg. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Lift and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set back down. 4 more reps here. Lift and hold. 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold. 3, 2, 1. Feeling on the inside of the hip, not where the foot is. Lift and hold. 3, 2, 1. 2 more. Lift and hold. 3, 2, 1. Last one. Lift and hold. 3, 2, 1. And relax. Take our right foot. We're going to slide it flush to our left leg. We've got internal rotation on this left leg. Walking our hands back behind us, ensuring that there's a 90-degree bend in our left knee. Again, this hip, if it wants to stay hiked up here, walk the hands backwards a little bit more, and then we find this position. I'm a little stickier here, so I'm going to take this pails and I'm going to really try to use it to calm that nervous system down. So left foot's pressing down into the ground. Easy pails effort, 30 seconds. Taking this femur, rotating it back behind me. If I was doing this on my own, I would probably give it a good 45 to 60 second pails effort, because this is a little bit tighter. This is my weak point here. Find what you need and understand what we're trying to do and implement the forces, the needs that you need for yourself. Let's get another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax it back. Tuck the pelvis under. Suck the femur up into the pelvis. Pails effort, 50% drive that foot down. 75, 80, 90, greatest, safest effort, drive it down and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, left knee drives down. Try to pick that left foot up hard as you can. Feel the inside tissue work. Hold. Keep driving. 8, 7, 6. If I came by and tried to pick that left knee up, I can't move it. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Taking this hip here, rotate it back behind you, tuck that pelvis underneath. Big inhale, big exhale. One more round. 75% effort, pressing that left foot down right off the bat. 80%. 90. Greatest, safest effort, press that left foot down and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, left knee drives down, holding here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, don't let that left hip hike up. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. From here, slide the right foot out. We've got our end range lift-offs to finish. So I'm here. I don't want that foot to come way up off the ground, so I know I need to rotate back just a little bit. Create total body tension. Everything's driven into the ground, core, glutes, everything nice and tight. Drive left knee down into the ground. Pick that left foot up, feel that internal rotation, and hold. 3, 2, 1, slowly set it down. 5 reps here, 3-second holds. Lift and hold. 3, 2, 1. If you need to progress, rotate left. Regress, rotate right. I want that foot to come off the ground a little bit. Lift and hold. 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold. 3, 2, 1. 2 more. Lift and hold. 3, 2, 1. Last one here. Lift and hold. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Awesome. That's some really good hip work there, guys. If hips just in general are a weak point for you, trying to implement this routine in 2 or 3 times a week is going to make huge changes to how your hips function and feel throughout the day. If you have any questions on any of that stuff, feel free to send it over to me.